On the evening of March 18, 1990, the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum in Boston stood as a quiet sanctuary of art and culture, its galleries filled with timeless masterpieces. Little did anyone know, that very night, a shadowy plot was about to unfold, one that would become one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in the world of art. The museum, built by the eccentric and wealthy Isabella Stewart Gardner, was renowned not just for its stunning architecture and collection, but also for its serene, almost magical atmosphere. But that night, the peaceful museum would become the target of a bold and calculated heist. At around 1:24 a.m., two men dressed as police officers approached the museum security gate. They told the night guard, Richard Abath, that they had received a call about a disturbance in the area. Aware of the low crime rate around the museum, Abath, without suspicion, let them in. Once inside, the men overpowered Abath and his partner, a second guard named Randy Houghton, and tied them up in the museum's basement. For the next 81 minutes, the thieves moved with unsettling precision. The duo methodically worked their way through the museum's galleries, selecting artworks with care, as though they were aware of the museum's layout and the value of its treasures. Among the most prized pieces they took were Johannes Vermeer's The Concert, one of only 34 known Vermeer paintings, and Rembrandt's A Storm on the Sea of Galilee, his only seascape. The thieves also snatched Chez Tortoni, a pastel by Edgar Degas, and several works by Flink, Monet, and other artists, leaving the museum empty-handed in terms of priceless art, but with an air of eerie calm. The entire operation was conducted without triggering any alarms. The museum's security system, usually reliable, had been bypassed effortlessly, and the CCTV footage was mysteriously erased, leaving no trace of the heist or the thieves' identities. By the time the morning staff arrived, the museum was in chaos. 13 pieces of art, worth $500 million, were gone, and the only evidence left was the empty frames. The theft was a riddle. How had the thieves known exactly which works to take? How had they moved so quietly and efficiently through a building filled with priceless treasures? And, perhaps most perplexing of all, why had they taken only these specific works, leaving many other valuable pieces behind? The investigation that followed was intense, with the FBI and private detectives diving deep into every lead, but no one could crack the case. In the years that followed, countless theories emerged. Some believed the thieves were part of an Italian mafia ring. Others speculated that the art had been destroyed or smuggled overseas. A few even thought the heist was an inside job, possibly orchestrated by someone who had worked at the museum and knew the layout intimately. However, despite efforts from the authorities and the museum's commitment to recovering the works, no solid leads have ever materialized. For over 3 decades, the museum has maintained the empty frames in their original locations as a haunting reminder of what was lost. The museum has offered a reward for information, and the case remains open, but the paintings have never been found. Some say that the stolen art is locked away in a secret location, while others think it may have been lost forever, destroyed in a botched operation to sell or hide it. The Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum heist is not just about missing paintings. It's about the lost promise of art, history, and beauty. It is a puzzle that still captivates the world, with the stolen masterpieces sitting silently in the shadows, waiting to be found. The mystery endures, and with it, the hope that one day, the art may return to its rightful place in the museum's walls. Until then, the frames will remain an eternal symbol of a night when the unthinkable happened under the cover of darkness.